are you doing? You made me a cake?
This guy baked himself a cake and pretended it was from Spider-Man. But you know what? Yeah, I'm glad he's confirmed for the next film. Okay, so if you've hit the web recently, you've probably seen that there's a ton of new Spider-Man 3 updates and announcements. I've been holding off on fully breaking them down until we have a bigger picture on how it's all going to come together, but with the recent rumours about some returning actors now circulating, I thought I'd take a deep dive into everything we know about the film. There will be heavy spoilers here, so if you don't want anything ruined, then I recommend that you turn off now. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as we're giving away 3 Marvel Phase 1 box sets, but I'll give you more info on how to win one of those towards the end of the video. Anyway, with that out of the way, as always, this is the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul, aka your friendly neighbourhood spoiler man. Now let's get into the breakdown. Okay, so though we don't know what the title of the upcoming film will be, we do have it confirmed from Amy Pascal that the movie will have a play on home in it. Now we've had a lot of things up in the air such as Spider-Man Home Run, Homesick, Spider-Man Home Safe, Spider-Man No Place Like Home, and so on. However, I've done a bit of digging, and after discovering that a certain Amazon TV show is actually made by Sony, I've come to the conclusion that the movie will be called Spider-Man Homelander. Yes, that's right, you heard it here first, and it's pretty much going to be about Homelander trying to drink Aunt May's breast milk, so make sure that everyone reports that as confirmed because I said it in a video. I'm just kidding, but not really. However, as of now, we don't know what the name will be, but we do know that it will be released on December 17th, 2021. Because of the pandemic, production is going to be very tight on this one, and it means that the movie is going to have to start filming pretty much straight away. The date has been pushed back to likely allow Venom 2 and Morbius to have time to breathe, and if rumours are true, they will also have elements in them that set up this entry. This was teased at in the Morbius trailer when we saw Spider-Man Easter egg, which hinted at the character being on the run. Now, Sony chairman Tony Vinciquerra did state that the movie would only release if theatres were back up and running at full capacity, so things are still not 100% confirmed. However, the Picture House is confident that we will have some return to normality by then, and I'm just praying that we don't go another year without some MCU releases. Holland is pretty much going to be going from the set of Uncharted directly to Spider-Man 3, but the studio does have confidence that the movie can hit its 2021 release date, keeping in line with the opening of Venom and Morbius, who may or may not feature in the film. In addition to this, Michael Mando also dropped a little hint that he could be appearing as Scorpion sooner than you think. However, this is still just conjecture at the moment. What we do know though is that everyone's birthday wishes have come true, as Jamie Foxx will be returning as Electro in some capacity. Fox posted some shocking fan art that teased a live action Spider-Verse and also hinted that his costume would not be blue, teasing that we might actually get a more comic book accurate version of the character. The post was quickly deleted, and it is possibly because Mickey got mad that he'd leaked one of the upcoming crossovers, which would completely break the internet, but more on that later. Now, Doctor Strange has also been confirmed as appearing in the film, and I think that this teases how Electro will be entering the movie. Looking at the MCU slate going forward, we are firstly getting WandaVision, which is rumoured to be in its own pocket dimension, and the trailers seem to confirm this. Doctor Strange will reportedly have to intervene at some point, and the madness that features in the title of his second film, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, will supposedly be Wanda. Now, you don't have to be Tony Stark to figure out that this film will feature the multiverse, and it is likely that this is how Electro will be brought across to the MCU. Doctor Strange going from WandaVision to his own film and then on to Spider-Man 3 Homelander does tease that the multiverse is going to be the thread that links not only him but also the rest of these franchises together. There was a fan theory a while back which said that Strange would be a great way to make the world forget Peter Parker's secret identity, and though this has links to the comics, personally I think that it would cheapen the ending of the prior movie quite a lot. Endgame and time travel sort of lower the stakes a bit, as now whenever anything bad happens, such as a big character's death, the heroes would have a way to fix things by travelling to an alternate dimension. In my opinion, using Strange's magic to alter public perception would also be something that kind of breaks the universe, as pretty much everything could be fixed with the wave of his finger. So I hope that they stay with the identity reveal, as I'm not a big fan of backpedaling when things are out in the open, as I think that it cheapens the tension when revisiting the prior films. It's also been theorised that Strange will be taking up the mentor role that's missing in Peter's life, but again, I hope this isn't the case, as Far From Home was really about the character becoming his own man. After the betrayal by Mysterio in the film's climax, in which he ended up standing on his own 2 feet, I feel like this would be Marvel showing that they don't really trust the Spider to be the man, and I really hope that he pops up as an ally rather than someone guiding Peter through everything. Now, in addition to these 2 comic book characters, we do know that Zendaya will be returning as MJ, which kind of obvious, and that Tony Revolori will be back as Flash Thompson. As we know from the first 2 films, he hates Peter Parker but loves Spider-Man, and I think that it's going to be interesting to see how he handles knowing the truth about him. As for Marissa Tomei, John Watts, the film's director, discussed her role in the movie and stated that he sees her as filling her community organizer role, and that the film will expand on this even further alongside her relationship with Happy Hogan. J.K. Simmons stated that after Far From Home, he'd also signed on to do 2 more sequels, so expect to see him pop up in this film and probably one of the spin-offs like Venom and Morbius. Unfortunately, Charlie Cox has ruled out appearing in the film, and now Marvel have the rights to Daredevil. He has stated on the record that he won't be appearing as Peter's lawyer. Now, though we don't know who the villain is, pretty much every interview with both Holland and Watts has had Craven the Hunter brought up, and I think that this would be absolutely amazing. Craven is obviously a bounty hunter, and with Peter Parker being on the run for the murder of Mysterio and attack on London, it does make sense to have him brought in this way. There were rumours that he was going to be getting a solo Craven movie similar to Venom, however, as of now, these are unsubstantiated. I actually think that Mysterio will be revealed to be alive in the film, and that this is how Parker's name will be cleared. He is of course the master of illusions, and I don't know, something about his death and then the way that the Parker reveal was put across, it just gave me the feeling that that wasn't the last that we saw of him. John Cena also posted an image of Sandman on his Instagram page. However, this shouldn't really be taken with any weight, as the actor does a lot of cryptic posts like this, and with the recently announced Peacemaker HBO Max series, it's difficult to imagine him playing 2 comic book characters at the same time. I know that's never out of the question, as in the case of Josh Brolin, but yeah, it does seem unlikely. Now on to the more rumour parts of the video, and over the last couple of weeks we've had an absolute ton of them. You might have seen headlines like Dane DeHaan and Kirsten Dunst are returning, and yeah, everything's just all over the place at the moment. However, all of these seem to centre around the idea that we will be getting a live action Spider-Verse, which will pretty much bring old characters back to the forefront for one last film. Now, you may have seen yesterday that Popcorn Planet confirmed that both Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will be returning as their respective Spider-Man in the MCU. Now, though Signor says he can officially confirm it, we haven't had it confirmed officially yet, so take it with a pinch of salt for the moment. However, I think that it is very, very likely that these talks have indeed gone on, and if contracts haven't been signed yet, then they will be at some point in the future. According to Signor, the deal is already done and actually happened before the pandemic. Sony are meant to be furious about it leaking, and they wanted it to be a big reveal at some point. He stated that Tom Holland's Peter Parker will be facing off against multiple villains, and that this is when Maguire and Garfield will come in endgame style to help defeat them all. Signor also stated that the 2000 version of Green Goblin would be featuring in the film, as well as multiple Spidey fan favourites. Like I said, take this with her and say it with me, pinch of salt, and shout out to the person who sent me a picture of some zoomed in salt, as I'm not sure if there's just too much going on in this movie at this point. Let's face it, this McGarfield team up deserves a standalone movie, and I'm not sure that Spider-Man 3 will have the room to truly do it the justice that it deserves with everything that's already happening in it. Personally, I would love to see them appear in some form before we get a full film with the trio, but yeah, we're just going to see how it plays out. Now, in addition to this, according to MCU Cosmic, Miles Morales will be appearing at some point in the MCU. The site states that the actor who's playing him has already been cast and that he will be appearing in the future. I actually think this makes a lot of sense, as Holland's Spider-Man is sort of coming to the end of his arc, and though I don't think that Tom Holland will be stepping away anytime soon, Sony likely want to line up the next person to take over the mantle, and I do think that this seems legit. Let's face it, when the studio is prepared to make a Madame Web movie, they're probably also thinking of doing a Miles one, and after the success of Into the Spider-Verse, I definitely think that fans will be hyped. We've of course already seen Donald Glover as Aaron Davis in Spider-Man Homecoming, and he did state that he had a nephew, so yeah, all the pieces are in place. Anyway, that's pretty much everything we know, and all the major rumours making the rounds. I'd obviously love to hear your thoughts on them, so make sure you comment below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, then please drop a thumbs up, and if you want something else to watch, then make sure you check out our theories and predictions for Season 3 of The Boys, which will be linked after this. As mentioned earlier, we're also giving away 3 copies of the Marvel Phase 1 box set, and all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is like the video, make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and drop a comment below. The winner is going to be chosen at random on the 30th of October, so make sure you get involved. If you want to support the channel and get to see content early, then please consider clicking the join button below. You can also come chat to us on our Discord server linked in the description, or at Heavy Spoilers on Twitter. Thanks for making it until the end of the video. You've been the best, I've been Paul, I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.